What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lowkey, Nard, and I'm back out here early in the morning. What time it is? 9:22. Out here making another video for y'all, and I'm gonna segment this one, getting to know Nard, y'all favorite YouTuber. Y'all know what y'all gotta do: like, subscribe, share, do all that for me. I did a whole bunch of questions on my Instagram, on my social media, just trying to see what y'all want to know about me. Yes, y'all first. This question is, give me just a second. Do you believe in love? Yeah, I believe in love. I don't really believe in that love at first sight. I really believe in you got to figure out a person's identity, personality, what type of person they are. Find out if y'all compatible before you can say, like, before you can believe in that love at first sight stuff. I don't really do that. But love, hell yeah, like that's how people meet soulmates out here. You feel me? The next question: where do you see yourself 5 years from now? And I got one that say where you see yourself 10 years from now, so I'm gonna answer them both in the same little scenario or whatever. But 5 years from now, I see myself, for one, with a degree, of course, bachelor's and a master's. I see myself, I want one kid, don't get me wrong. I got a real different viewpoint on marriage, but I ain't gonna get into that in this video. But I see myself with one child. I wanna run my own non-profit organization, and to be exact, I want it to be a youth organization teaching kids and youth basically their rights and send them kind of like, I don't want them to get to a situation where they kind of like in the system before they get knowledge about the system. So I want my whole youth organization to be about teaching kids their rights, career goals, and career path that they can pursue, and let them see things outside of the hood, outside of poverty for once, because I feel like that's, as a black man, as a black woman, that's some of our most, like, that's our most unequal right. It's just being born in poverty, being a minority, is that we don't get to experience and see life the way that other people do. So it's hard to pick a career for yourself or pick a life for yourself if you're accustomed to saying the same thing all the time. So that's more so what I want my non-profit to focus on. I wanna write a book. Really, I wanna do that in the next year though. I see myself with a family, like I said, that's really where I see myself 5 years. 10 years, I see myself doing the same thing. I feel like my biggest life mission, my mission is to give other people opportunity. And the only way I feel like I can do that is by getting youth and impacting them young. And that's just what I want to do with it. Another one, tell us about your first heartbreak. If you had one, and what did you learn from it? This also has two answers. So my first heartbreak did not come from a girl of my age. It did not come from a girl like that I was dating. My first heartbreak came from my grandma dying. My grandma was, to me at the time, my grandma was like that woman, you feel me? Like, I really loved my grandma, cherished my grandma's presence in her life. So for me, that death, even though I didn't understand it at the time, it was more so, it had an impact on me to where I wasn't really like, my sister took it way worse than me, don't get me wrong, but to me that was probably the biggest heartbreak that I ever had. And like, you can't replace a grandma, nobody can. And then like watching two of my grandfathers pass within the same like 3-4 months, like that's more so, probably 3 to 5 months. That was like, that hurt me. But woman wise, I was in a 3-year relationship in high school. I was going through a lot when the relationship ended. And I have this thing where I always feel alone, and I probably felt at my lowest during that time. I'm not gonna go into detail of what happened because she's not a bad person at all. But I probably felt my lowest around that time frame when everything was going on in my senior year. And that was my first heartbreak. What I learned from it was you can't be expecting everybody to be there for you when stuff get hard, because people at the end of the day only care about themselves. People don't know how to deal with their own emotions. So it's hard to expect somebody to be there for your emotions, what you got going on in the midst of all of that. No matter what title they got, no matter what position they hold in your life, I learned basically I gotta be here for me before anybody else can, because it ain't guaranteed that that person gonna be here for you. It ain't guaranteed that that person gonna be here for the long run. It could all be temporary. They could have their own different agenda for what they got going on with you. What is your biggest inspiration in life? Honestly, that's a question I don't really know. So I would say my biggest fear in life is not reaching my old potential. Being from Jacksonville, like, it's too many people die young, it's too many people die without a purpose, it's too many people dying, and they never really got to experience life, they never really got to tap into their own self like they should have. So my whole inspiration is making sure that I get to a point and stand out the way to a point where I can do what I want to out of my life, I can make the most out of my life, and also set an example for others. Like my nieces and nephews, them my biggest, like, to me they mean everything. I don't care about, and my little sister and my nieces and nephews. If it wasn't for them, like, I wake up, even on my worst days, I know I gotta get it for them. Another question: what gets you through your toughest days? Like I said, what get me through my toughest days is probably my nieces and nephews, and knowing that, like, anytime it's a storm, the sun follows. So that goes to show me, like, that metaphor always stuck with me. Anytime it's a hard time, it's better days to follow that. Can't nobody, it's not always like that. But you only build character, you only become a stronger person if you go through hard times. So that always motivated me, like, hey, like, get up out the bed, no matter what you're going through, I don't care how depressed you is, get out the bed, go make something on yourself, you feel me? Because ain't nobody else gonna do it for you, and you gotta do what you gotta do. Another question: what career would I want in my next life? Like I said, my biggest mission, that I feel like my purpose, my all that, is to put opportunity in others. Also, like, just put some type of motivation in other people, whether it be through my story, my homeboy story. I know I got a gift to put other people on, to make other people better and see things through a different perspective. So with that gift, like I said, I want to give other people opportunity. And I actually have my personal mission statement, so I can read that too. Y'all, the first time I read this mission statement, my teacher cried, bro. My Bernard Thomas III mission statement is: I am my best when my mind is clear of negativity. I will try to prevent times when I let my thoughts pile up. I will enjoy my work by impacting the lives of others. I will find enjoyment in my personal life through inspiring and instilling hope into those who lost hope in themselves. I will find opportunities to use my natural talents and gifts, such as listening, advice giving, and personal connection to my peers. I can do anything I set my mind to. I will be a person who is remembered for his good heart, a role model to the community, and someone who always gave back in order to rebuild his community. My most important future contribution to other people will be opportunity. And that being said, I encourage all of y'all to start looking for your purpose. You feel me? Find out what you want to do with your life. Find out what your life is meant to do for other people, along with yourself. Make sure that that is the best thing for yourself and not for other people. Yourself comes first. The only reason my mission statement has so much stuff to do with other people is because my happiness thrives off other people for some reason. I don't know. All I know is I'm an empath, and that's the reason. Why do I drink so much? My bad. Okay, I ain't gonna... Drinking is probably the worst habit that I picked up. But why do I drink so much? More so because, for one, I really always feel like I don't really have nobody to open up to. Like, so it's easy to just, okay, I can go get a bottle. And it allows me to be more natural with my feelings. It allows me to express myself more, even if it's just to myself, because usually it don't even end up to nobody. And then two, growing up, I'm not calling nobody alcoholic who raised me, but it was a lot of liquor involved. So for me, like, my aunties, my uncles, on their worst days, my mama's worst days, it usually had a bottle. On her best days, it usually had a bottle or something. Not saying that nobody alcoholic, but just saying that all the time, it kind of always, it was a curiosity in my mind, like, why do they do this? And then when I started drinking, like, it was just so easy and convenient because it was something that I had observed and picked up on from so young. What made me decide to start playing tennis? It's three answers to that, but I'm only gonna give y'all the real first one that motivated me to even go to this nonprofit. So in like kindergarten, first grade, I had like two homeboys. We was bad as hell, but we was bad. Like, I never got caught. They always got caught. But Chris and Carlos, we went to Johnny for a little K through 8, went to a little Spanish immersion school. and they went to this program every day. Like, it looked so fun. It was in Durkeeville or whatever. So, well, right by Durkeeville, I had my cousin. She stayed out there. So I'm like, man, this is the perfect opportunity to go. That looked so fun, because after school, I would just go home, get on the game, do some dumb junk like that, or go outside, do something like that. I don't even remember what I was doing in kindergarten. But for the most part, they was going, but every day they got to walk over there by themselves. Sometimes they would sneak off, go to the store. They'll talk about it to me the next day, and they were learning how to play tennis. You feel me? So the next day, like, every day, like, bro, you might well come to the program with us. We can do so much stuff. It's so fun. It's girls over there. We play tennis. We play football. We play basketball. We do everything, and we get snacks. So I'm like, man, as a kindergarten, man, y'all living a life. You feel me? I'm tired of going to my cousin's house. I'm tired of going to my grandma's house. I'm tired of not having nothing to do outside. So eventually I went to my mama, like, mama, you might as well sign me up. Chris and Carlos go. Mind you, my mama knew who they was. So Chris and Carlos go. And I'm making it seem like this really the best opportunity for me, because we get to do our homework at the same time. So this also motivated me to go the non-profit route, because I got to see for myself how I wanted to do it, you feel me? So every day I come home, mama, let me go. Can you sign me up for TNT? Can you sign me up for this? I can learn how to play a new sport. I was already an athlete, so I had so much stuff to do. Like, I can already do this, I can already do that. And eventually, like 2 years later, when I got like 2nd grade, my mama was like, yeah, you can sign up, you can go. And it went good, because my mama was working at Citibank at the time. So she was like, yeah, I don't get off work till 5:30 anyway, and that was the time that they got off. So I'm like, you feel me? Like, yeah, I did that. Ended up staying, learning how to play tennis. Got all the way there. And like learned. They ended up dropping out like the next year, dropping out of the program like next year, but I ended up staying. Coach Mark is probably my biggest male role model. Coach Mark, who I met, probably was my biggest motivator. Him, Coach Devin, even Scotty, even though Scotty, like probably my biggest motivators at the time. And like Coach Mark, he was a tennis player at FAMU, and it's crazy how my whole life shifted in his direction. So he got his degree in, I think, sociology. I'm in social work. He played tennis. He helped me get on the tennis team. And that's that. Like, my biggest motivators came from that program. My inspiration came from that program. And he taught me how to, I ain't gonna say he taught me how to be a man, but in a way, like, my mama didn't raise no man on her own. So a lot of the role models I got there, like, really taught me, good or bad, like, they taught me all my traits that I have, how to treat a woman, how to be a man, what's right, what's wrong, growing up as a black man in America, defending our women. Like, they taught me all of that. So Coach Mark is still in my corner to this. All of them still in my corner. But if something was to go wrong right now, even if something was to go right, Coach Mark probably the first male that I call. And I really appreciate, because like, he got 5 kids of his own, you feel me? He was going through his own thing. He was a college student at the time, going through his own stuff. So the fact that he took me and a couple other dudes under his wing let me know that, like, as a black man, this is how life's supposed to be. I don't live a life to where I could have did this all on my own. As much as I portray that I'm by myself, I am, don't get me wrong, with people around my age, but I got people that I look up to, whether I know them in real life or not. I take examples from every situation, and I learn from it, and I make it my own personal life. And I put that all into one perspective, and it allows me to make the best decision for myself. And another question that I got was, why are you so nonchalant? I'm finna clarify some shit with y'all. I am not nonchalant at all. Please do not confuse nonchalant with lack of expression. I'm not nonchalant at all. Nonchalant means that you lack emotions. I do not lack emotions. I lack expression. Just because I rather not, or I don't feel the need to express myself to certain individuals, or to individuals at all, that's because I don't trust people. That's different from being nonchalant. I have emotions. The fact that I get mad lets you know that I have emotions. You feel me? So don't confuse nonchalant and lack of expression, because I'm not nonchalant at all. And I also know how to say to myself, I don't put everybody in my business. That being said, stop saying that I'm nonchalant, because I'm not. I have emotions. That sounds dumb. I don't think nobody's actually nonchalant. Usually somebody who y'all feel like nonchalant went through something, or is going through something that they don't feel comfortable with sharing with people. That is not nonchalant. They just lack expression at the time. Eventually, if they trust you or if they want to, they gon' come around. If I'm not, if that person is not, that does not deem them as nonchalant. Stop putting false knowledge and false information in people's head, making them feel bad for the type of person that they are. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because they're not doing it for you does not mean that they're not doing it. Y'all sound dumb. Get off that. You feel me? You feel me? Y'all just had a segment getting to know your favorite YouTuber, Lowkey Nard. You feel me? And we're gonna get out the way because we really done. So I'm finna enjoy my little swim, get my energy from the sun, exercise a little bit, and I'm keep being cute as always. But you know, we out here.